been in hell. You've been in the fire. You've tasted corruption. Depart from me, you cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels.
Well, we've always been each other's greatest nemesises.
Nemesis. What's the plural on that?
Nemesis.
Further away from God, into damnation itself.
I cannot believe I rank lower than the Heathers musical. This is the most offended I've ever started a stream. Junebug! Welcome. Truly an insult. Yeah, for real though. Claire, I hope you're doing well though. I hope your weird time hour work shift went well. Weird time hour work shift. I need a Simpsons technical difficulties screen. What makes it with the dog eating the cable? I don't know that one, but I will Google it. But I'm not having technical difficulties, so. So what now? Oh, wow. I feel like I've never seen that in my entire life. That's weird. Oh, a Squatch chewing on Hector's skull. That would be really funny, actually. But it said oops. Oh, that's a playful oops because it means I just haven't launched out of that scene yet. Blood for the Blood God! Oh, sweet. It just fucking echoed you perfectly. We got some fucking Eldar up in here? Heck, no, it would have to be technical difficulties, which is the thing that I've actually said in life. Tarzan, welcome in. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. You loves that. You loves that? Heyo. Hola. Hope everybody is having a Wednesday that is just perfectly cromulent. Headed to NOLA tomorrow. But aren't you currently in somewhere else that's not your home state? Am I wrong about the timing of your movements? About the timing of the reasons of the seasons? And Teja. Got home from LA on Monday. Okay, so I was not wrong. It's only been 2 days. Let's make sure my sound is catching the right. Where the actual shit? Disco. Got it. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. My boss was like, yeah, I know you're single when we talked about people who can go on these trips. Wow. That's rude. By now, you should have somehow realized what you've got to do. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do. It is definitely discrimination. You could honestly take that to HR. And you should, because take his wife next time. Mel, what's up? Oh, I forgot that I ended after dancing and crying. Right. What a time to be alive. Call the station? Call the station? Okay. I didn't think that was the thing. I'm gonna call the station. Let's go. Her husband. Take her husband. The irony being that at my queer workplace, folks with kids end up traveling just as much. Hashtag equality. Just take her husband. Get rid of that husband. Just, like, put him in a river. Mel, why does your back hurt? Is it from carrying the weight of the world, or doing lots of exercises, or both? Baton Rouge. Can I give you a detective recap? Probably not. I know... I have a journal of stuff that happened, right? So Titus told me where... Oh, right. So, Titus told me... Take her husband and boink her dad. Titus told me where Ruby is. I got shot at, and I shot a lot. I almost died, but I didn't quite. I danced... doing a Jacko pose while wearing a buddy's full body. That'll do it. Yeah, Ruby did a sewer slide. There was a whole lot of... There was some shooting and dying, and I didn't expect most of it.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Pull up the radio.
7, how may I assist you?
Connect me to station 41.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voice is fading.
This is gonna be so
into the
bad.
familiar
Full body tracking?
static.
Full body tracking?
What you get yourself into this time?
I don't remember who this guy is. I've been shot.
Ah, it's you. Walking, talking, though.
It was a very sad and dramatic section of the game, yeah.
Great. How's the drinking going?
I haven't been drinking. How did you know it was me?
But now I do. How's the drinking going?
It's going great. I feel like it's really helping me with this case. I want to pick that next time. Oh, I'm trying really, really hard not to.
Great. Have a medal. I have an autopsy to attend to. An autopsy of one Chester McLean who died of fish poisoning.
Fish poisoning?
Fucking, I'm not dead. It just hurts, okay?
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board?
No, okay,
It's
so...
not fucking cryo-actylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Same fucking thing. Well, I thought I was supposed to call my station.
57, over.
In the cabin, you see
Did I fuck
a
up?
set
Did I click on the wrong thing?
7, how may I assist you?
Oh, yeah, reconnect me to the 41st, not the 41st Lazarus. I'm a dingus.
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over.
Ha! I have found my badge.
10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
feels good to get that off your chest, right? Celebration with beer.
Celebration with beer does sound good.
10-4, sir, roger that, and very glad to hear it. I will make relevant changes to the report.
I've heard people think of me as La Puta Madre's peony. Pion? I don't know how to pronounce. You think I'm corrupt?
10-4, sir. Well, there have been some talk, sir.
What does that mean? Does it mean people know that I'm a dirty cop? Because I am. I'm the dirtiest, most dangerous cop in Revachol. My reputation precedes me. Some talk? What does that even mean? Do they think I'm corrupt or not? I'm not taking bribes, Jules. No, it's gotta be... What does that mean?
I only meant that there have been some talk in the station, that's all. But there are always some talk in the station. You know how officers in Jamrock are. But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over.
Okay.
Roger that, then...
I got absolutely no clarification on that. Great job. Clausia's still somewhere else, and I still don't know what the fucking... I'll DM you the image of me and my avatar doing said pose. I mean, I know the Jacko pose. I guess I'm gonna go to the island? I don't know what I should do to mentally or physically prepare for that. Do not show it on stream. I won't. I hear Jacko pose and I immediately assume it is NSFW. So there you go. How do I get? Do I go up to this boat? Where do I go? What's the plan? Bolts. Does it take this little boat boy? This little icky bicky dicky? You should ask the owner before you take the boat. Well, no. I don't wanna. Lillian, I need help.
Officer, what happened? You're wounded. Why are you wounded? You look terrible.
I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about.
I also got shot in the chest.
That's nothing to brag about, officer.
I survived.
It's not serious. He'll be okay.
You feel the ligament move on your left shoulder, and a small, warm...
You would like to see my reaction?
It's nothing.
Alright. Well then, I believe I can make that happen. Not showing it on... Whoa! That is. I hope that did the trick for you. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Nope, it's not that either. It's this one. I thought I was prepared. I was not prepared. I have a question.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
We need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back.
Clover!
I just got it nice and yellow.
How you doing tonight,
And no
buddy?
drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
What if I want to rock? I will not
Chloe's
attempt to.
feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
What's on that island?
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Hey, you said you haven't... Oh.
It's always time for Klunst.
Plunged! I don't really have a William Shatner impression. But I'm pretty sure that's from Wrath of Khan. So, you know, when he shouts Khan, right? I don't know, I haven't seen it. And then Shrek. I feel like that one went by really fast. 2 for the price of 1.
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
There's ghosts
the kids
out there.
sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Kids.
The twins. God for.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Is there anything I should know?
Well, most of it's sunken.
Oh.
Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side.
Doing good. Just got in from playing in the rain and puddles with the spawn for 45 minutes. Having a terrible mental health day, and that made everything better. Fuck yeah, it did.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
I'm glad to hear that it's the simple things, you know, that can lift you back up like that. I'm going the wrong way to talk to her kids. They're over here. All right, you creepy little children.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Get on that island, right?
On that island?
No, some other island. Of course, that one.
Okay.
Need you to tell me what you know about the island.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet casings. Got it.
They're nice. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
It was some other island that you used to know. Spawn was dino stomping and then belly flop mermaid style. Yeah, dino stomping. Pretending to be a dinosaur still is one of just the finest joys in life. Mel, I'm after the last thing you sent, I'm hesitant to click that link. But it is on Instagram, so it's probably safe-ish.
But it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go with yes.
Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Okay. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
This is actually like really good child voice acting. I will be like, they sound like children.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces. A suspicious request. Made out of fear.
It's safe-ish. The audio may not be. I will I will come back in the VOD and watch that then.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Oh, I reacted to it already? Oh. It's your goblin. Okay, that's much less terrifying. Yeah. Let me can I show it off, Mel? Accurate kiddo voice. Hashtag accurate kiddo voice. Oh yeah, well I'm not gonna play sound. I'm gonna just show Gabo. But it's old shit, so it shouldn't be. Alright, I'm doing it. You can't stop me. Look at Mel's rendition of the Gunslinger. I fucking love this. This is like classic Wild West colors. This is exactly what I was like, I don't know if I want to do it this way. These are pretty much exactly the colors I was thinking of. And it looks great like this. I'm sad that there's no shot of the hat thing. Whatever the fuck you call that. But it looks great. The hat thing, you know? Whatever the hat thing is. The circle that's on the hat, the buckle? The Trendaflon?
Yes.
Anything else you can tell me?
No, he doesn't live there.
Oh yeah.
I don't think.
You'll do a front shot after the rim drop. That sounds great to me.
No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
I love the way Kim talks to these kids.
We ran. He was young. We shouldn't be there.
Your father used to go there too, right?
Our father killed himself.
Oh! Content warning. I didn't expect that to come out.
Don't say that. He didn't.
Say nothing.
I'm sorry.
I am not taking sides on why their dad is dead. That's a lot of something. Is that all you know?
There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Children are stupid. Oh, it's time to get on a boat. Maybe I should, like, equip myself for this experience. Like... I'm like... This is quite a look I've got going. I have 1 bullet still. I'm so curious as to what you consider that to mean. I don't know. I feel unsafe. So I want to have cool armor on, you know? Oh. Yeah. And like a gun maybe. With my 1 bullet. And a flashlight? I don't know. Here's a gun. And a flashlight. Right? Yeah. Sure. I have no idea what to expect. I'm gun
With
shy.
a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
All right.
Once you get in, that's it. 1 pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
Yes.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox.
What?
What's what? How else do we blast Sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Not flamethrower shy. No, flamethrowers are a girl's best friend. You know? I didn't think he was gonna actually do it. It was probably the game.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever.
put something in whips? Hell yeah. What? What? Is that the water on the rocks, or is reality changing? That's gotta be water on the rocks. It just looks frightening. A musical narrative RPG coming out? How the hell does that work? It's very intriguing, but I don't think I understand. Hey, Mel, you gotta do what you gotta do. Thanks for being here. Belly! Welcome in. User formerly known as Belly Savalas. Hell yeah, boy! I'm funny. There's pollution.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. Let's go.
I'm worried. I'm intimidated. Silence seems scary. Makeshift bridge. The bombs are powerful enough to break the foundation. Rusted chains.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes. So it seems.
I think it was for
bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain. From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
That seems to be the case. Seagull, ka! Oh, can I go over there? Fuck yeah, I can. Let's look at stuff. Today was too hot. Can we send it back? Fuck, I wish. 50-year-old tires? Wow. Can I not get over there? Guess not. Can I get under here? Oh, I cannot. Lingering trace of soot. Yep, fuel leaking out. Attention, inflammable. That's gonna be relevant somehow.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
Flutter.
The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105.
Underneath the flutter.
On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long-dried leaves chafing against each other, like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work, of great importance to the few who attend. A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
East?
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand, the low tide filtered through its grains, a bird tending to its feathers.
Ahead?
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow, a big building.
Beyond that?
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
Below the silence?
Col de Mamadakwa. We are way out now. Way out in the west.
Yes?
This is where a lesser man would stop to think about the pain shooting up his right leg and into his groin. Not you. You're concentrated on how.
It's really fucking silent on this island.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
I have to listen to one more.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, don't actually. Oh, I see the symbol of communists. Communards. Yup. There's my... There it is. Warm blood trickles down your armpit. The ligature is off. It's enough. Little Birch from the coiner-operated viewer, still holding on. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone.
ICM. This feels familiar somehow.
Sounds like RCM.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch. But not you. You're thinking about politics, with blood dripping down your thigh.
What I'm hearing is we descend from a glorious revolutionary army.
There were all sorts of groups and groupuscules back then. It doesn't really matter.
Groupuscules. Oh. What is the ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like
White Star.
An upside-down star.
with its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Specs, stars too. What specs?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
It's old.
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
I guess I'm gonna go in there, because I don't foresee a way to... Yeah, nah, alright. I'm scared. But I've got a flashlight. So we're okay. Just wants an armament rest. Oh, okay, yeah. The stairs have collapsed. Well, I shan't do more to collapse them.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
What kind of generator is this?
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
I have heard of sharding, but not shanting.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves.
You know.
It's been a long winter.
You share art,
long
you share
and cold.
ants.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
Where'd these go?
Downstairs, somewhere?
Alright, fine. Tap on the side.
A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does this mean?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
I mean, why is it here?
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm.
It is a
Maybe
thing.
It's the fire guy.
The wind outside.
It would make sense if it was the fire guy. Look at that big bust of Krasmazov. Not bust. Poster. Poster. Fantastique and historical fiction. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. A survivor's kitchen. Candles on a broken rangefinder. Moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out. Stuff in here to look at. Okay. Don't mind if I do. I will also interact with this. Army surplus winter scarf. Ooh. Okay, alright. What's on this chair?
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories. You find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone
What's a circuit
themselves a
bender?
home.
Ooh, my conceptualization is not great. Let's go.
Oh yes.
Oh!
Bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory, that is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like reading.
Look, Kim, powerful communist theory, rigorous and truthful. Look, Kim, deranged commie ranting. Look, Kim, downbeat dribble for people who can't get shit done. Look, Kim, a book, left wing. I have no comments. Do you? Fucking centrist bullshit. All these are great. But I'm going with the truthful one.
Yeah, I agree. Humanitarian sciences. It stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in Ravachol West.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him.
What do you think this means?
Again, I am not a philosopher, but whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
Interesting. Soft colors, cereal.
Oh, is that the same thing? Okay, yeah, it is. What about this bed?
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner.
Greasy?
Resting on piles of soft cover books.
Yuck.
White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Oh.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero.
Okay, so I can rest on the bed. Glass door weighs over 10 tons. Rust peels off of it. Oh, we got morale. All right. And what's that? We got morale and money. Don't mind if I do.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one, a heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
How do we open it?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its Big Brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
I find us not opening it highly unlikely.
All right. I retract my statement. It was naive. Let's look around and get it open. Fuel, generator, console. That.
Fuel for the generator. Get it running. Oh, sweet. I got level up points I can spend. I'm annoyed that I can't pick it up that way. Okay, so there is no getting around. Can't get over there. That's a go home. Not doing that. Okay, so where I can go, there is a little circle experience. I'm glad that it took me this far in the game to figure it out. Make out the con. Okay. The face looks steep. Okay. Oh, there we go. I didn't think to just go south.
It's always time for Klunst.
It is always time for once. You know, you're fucking right, Claire. This hatch is jammed shut. I don't know why, but I always imagine this guy is German. I have no reason to believe that. He just looks... He looks like he'd be German to me. Also potentially German.
Please send me your bones today.
Adam! Thank you! Why didn't it read the thing? Okay, I have to figure that out. Firing slit, you can't see inside. I just was inside. Can I get over there? No. Just the sound of cargo ships. Did you see the picture on Discord? I don't know. I just saw the picture on Discord. Oh, Evan, you're the best. Ice cracks under your feet? Okay, well, let's not be under it, then. Get over here. What's up here? A chain! Oh, fuck yeah! The winch is broken. Rust has eaten what remains of the chain. What's
A
purple?
strange feeling looking at the water.
No, I understood that.
Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in.
I don't know.
With a bottle in your hand.
A bottle in my hand?
Always.
Why?
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you, smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal.
Ouch.
Maybe you know it's going to hurt.
But it's cold.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, yes. Go there in your head. It's been days since you thought about her. A week. No, we're not starting with that. Not now. Not this time. This thought is over.
Thank you, Volition.
In the rain mirror of the bay, you see Martinez reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down. Islands and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of you. Go. Step in. It's been too long.
No. I shan't. You can't make me. Pain in your pelvis makes you wince. And then you continue. Artillery map. Old medicine cabinet. Newly stocked with Dramamine. I will take all those things, thank you. Oh, we got fuel. I can sell it for $50.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
This looks like a good place to aim from.
Inspect the
A
mattress.
single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette
Bad
butts.
Twitch squirts with water bottle. Okay. Back now. Twitch kicked you off? It was like, no one by that name is streaming? No, I'm definitely here. I'm glad that you're back, but also fucking Twitch. Goddamn.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
Hey, I found the same brand.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person has visited Lens and Anne here. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
Oh.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete. Concrete.
Quite old and grimy, from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Through the hole.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
Left.
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
Right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the Whirling in Rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed...
Have I ever played Darkest Dungeon? Hell yeah, I've played a lot of Darkest Dungeon. I've never beaten Darkest Dungeon, but I love Darkest Dungeon.
The box-shaped silhouette of the Whirling in Rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the rain, reflecting light.
Motherfucker. Yeah, the narration in that game is
Do you have
tight.
line of sight to the window?
I do.
More than that.
With a pair of binoculars, I'd be able to see inside the
A pair
room.
of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure. I think we have it. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Booyah, master cop
It's
work.
only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon. It will not be, how do you say it, booyah, until we have that.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
Right here.
You think so? We would see them if they were here.
Perhaps it's a...
No, officer. It's not an invisible shooter. But this man, on the other hand, or she, we should move.
Fucking Kim just randomly being sarcastic is fantastic. Feel eyes on your back, someone's watching. You can't say where. My only exposure to Darkest Dungeon is my face claim of Dr. Pick. It's a fun, like turn-based, RPG. Oh, what is that? A loose stare? Oh, with stuff. What if I fucking do? Fun turn-based RPG where, like, your characters are very prone to death and things are very tough and dark and super grimdark and spooky and dark fantasy. And, like, you're really, like,
green paint flicks off
more creating a stable of heroes than you are playing one particular hero.
A frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Yeah, and your characters go insane.
Rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Just open the blast door?
Possibly. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. It sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
Imagine having sane characters. Can't relate. I mean, yeah, mood. Light.
Nothing happens.
Slide radio dial.
The dial slides under the glass. Silently, you make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words, Feld Insula, are written on the band.
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military communications.
Turn, emergency,
we
open.
need to restore power before using this, officer.
Okay.
But we should look around outside.
I found the fuel already.
The console looks on as you...
I already did that. I've got that shit. It is in my possession.
This old cylindrical jet. The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Okay, now I'm gonna sleep. Now that I've kicked on this generator and made sure that whoever this dude is knows where I am.
The greasy old...
The offer still stands.
The bed is quite inviting.
Maybe just an hour.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there. You didn't realize how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed.
Curl up with your knees close to your chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness.
Oh shit, what?
It's evening.
Kim?
Sleep.
Kim? Kim? I'm worried. Why is it all zoomed in? Okay. I didn't know I could fucking do that. Why is the music like this? What's going on? I'm worried. Out of the chain, something's there. Walk into the... Oh, boy. Your footprints on the water? Whoa. Whoa!
Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state.
She's really pretty.
Turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Okay, don't say you need to talk right away. Melt the ice first. This way you're already talking. But you don't even want to talk to her. She would only be cold and mean. Let her go. Let her go. This is the Holy Queen of the territories of Muindi and Insulinda. Think of the historic knowledge we could glean. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win her back.
You stay for a minute, we gotta talk.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really, we don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us, our love, our unborn daughters.
That's a escalation.
It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
Weird to me that it doesn't always give me scroll back chat content in the mobile app, especially if I just switch away from Twitch and come back. Well, Adam, that's because the Twitch mobile app is one of the worst fucking apps ever goddamn designed by a company that has as much fucking money as Twitch does. It is a garbage app, and sweet Jesus, they need to make it better. But they don't really care. So, not gonna happen.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
I bought you this figurine of the Headless Fallen Rider.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it.
I thought you liked figurines. I thought the figurines were for getting you back.
That's not what figurines do, Harry.
And the figurines don't do anything.
She looks at the Headless Fallen Rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say.
What about dice? I had some custom dice made.
Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the aerodrome.
Okay, I won't give you...
I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the Headless Fallen Rider back then.
It's not a very good way for things to be. I've been reading new books. I've got lots of new ideas about ideology and capital.
That sounds nice, Harry, but I really don't want to argue about ideology with you right now.
Patreon 1 literally works worse than the mobile website, even though they're visually identical. How did you fuck this up? I don't know.
This won't be an argument.
But when I was on Patreon more frequently, yes, I recall that being the case. There are beautiful, mysterious things that can happen.
There was a time I would have loved to hear about them. I would have hung on every word. I would have made you feel smart, just, hopeful. But now is not that time. Now we are in hell, and in hell, there is only the aerodrome. And boring disagreement.
Hear that? That's the sound of meaninglessness. Meaning, ideas, theory, all that has evaporated. Now, there is only dry silence.
But you said I have...
of a mind made up.
You said I have a vast
just
soul.
Like 4 billion others. I am so sorry.
You said I have a vast soul.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender, long fingers, in her wrists. Her hand wrote it, said those things.
You didn't say it, you wrote it.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
You need to recite it to her, for effect. All of it. No summaries.
That's...
Put a stake through your heart. She'll get hurt too. Collateral damage.
You don't remember this part?
She won't get hurt.
Huh.
She'll bend out of the way.
You know what I mean. You left me a letter saying you'll always come back to me, that you can't believe how happy you are with me.
Okay, Harry. Okay. It was morning and you slept. The room smelled of cigarettes and Rowans. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left. It was autumn, the first one we had together. But you have to understand, it was 1 million years ago. It was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then, filled to the brim with love for you, hanging on your every word. Oh, Harry, you were the coolest. But I'm no longer that person. This has taken her place. It will devour you. Harry, I will eat your mind.
Oh, shit.
The light of the video rental shines through her.
I was cool?
A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her. Her legs, her breasts, her hips.
Can't you turn back to the person you were? I can see her in you, under the gown and that wreath. I was cool? No, I'm going with I was cool.
The coolest. With your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants, smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the rest of my life that day. And you were. Some of it, at least. You were my first kiss, my first time to have sex.
The fact this is all voice acted really makes me want to play this, but Zero Combat makes me feel away. Well, Adam, I can confirm it's not Zero Combat. It's definitely not Zero Combat. I have experienced combat. But also, you will not have the urge to herbal. No, you won't have the combat urge while you're playing. Like, you are gonna get into, I just want to fucking figure out what's going on. Like, you should try it anyway. The combat is, it would not have good. This game with, like, traditional RPG combat would not be as meaningful or impactful or good.
The first and worst time I fell in love.
Oof.
I will always have that with me. It's a fact. But that is all it is. It's like a ticket stub, Harry. It doesn't do anything anymore.
Ticket stub?
Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. In Le Jardin, the day we went east of the river, to the aquarium first, I was sad about my mother. I don't even know why. The shimmer of the fish tank on my face. The octopuses.
I'm so glad I have a gun and a flashlight out for this.
It was just a day then, but to think. Were we there now, you could touch my hair, kiss me. Talk to me about anything, go virtually anywhere in the world. Not like now. Now our interactions are limited to pain and regret.
Can't you turn back into the person that you were? I know the answer, but I want to know what the game says.
And my crown of immortality? No. You scared her out of me. With your crying, the awful time we wound up having. And the cheap rental flats you could afford.
The fucking timing of this ear blast. Thank you for the lyric stuff.
Can't you see? I can never think you're cool again. I can only think that way about new people.
A cheap rental with mold on the walls and the tap dripping. Nothing will. I've been poisoned by newspaper and news. All I can do is scream at them and think of her, secretly.
Oh. What happens now?
Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it again. If you do not feel like doing that, then you should let me go to the aerodrome.
I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
I've heard you before. You're the voice on the phone.
Oh, Harry, you shouldn't have done that.
What?
Call me like that.
You ruined it. There was still a chance. You should have waited longer. She would have called you instead.
It wasn't you, it was my fingers.
They shouldn't have. They really shouldn't. I was in Morova already. Safe. In the warmth of the night. Wrapped in my future.
Oh, this is rough.
There, I think of you less and less. Whole weeks go by without me remembering you. Months already. Soon it will be years without the hurt. I sit there in Morova, in the holy gratitude of my bliss. I put my hand on my belly and smile.
The air gets cold around you. She looks down on her stomach, then up at you. Her eyes are full of tremendous distance and mystery. Black-eyed dogs wander the alleys. Apple trees hang their bony limbs low over the patchwork of roofs. Red and black. Revachol West, the evening sun. She's left and bloomed, far away from us, our vast soul.
The X.
Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? You're confusing me. Look, I have to be at the Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch. I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
We all told you. Everyone warned you.
Oh, shut up, I'm talking to her.
That's the problem. Look at what's pouring out of you.
I should have gone deeper to a place where I never met you because it's impossible to meet people in the abyss of the void. I should have stayed down. I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm getting so much closure. It's got to be number 2 because...
Great. It's the abyss of the void. Soon it will be the gloaming. Then it will be the world ending. My friends are waiting for me on the platform, Harry. It's impolite to...
What?
You know what's impolite? Consigning a lieutenant detective of the RCM to eternal damnation. This is so grotesque.
It is. Useless.
1,000 times you beat an animal. 1,000 times you've raised that fabric. What is underneath has always calmed you, centered you, made you sane. In your mind, you could still climb inside her bed. Still the only man.
Oof. You're the morning.
The morning? I don't understand.
I meant mourning. I'm grieving, but you're not even dead.
Oh my god, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the morning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn.
Huh.
This is a bit much for me. It feels like your ribs are cracking around your heart.
Just rub your chest
The
and moan.
advisor to the Queen of Sorrents sighs and looks down at the crumbling asphalt. There is nothing she can do about your chest pain.
Second thought, you are Dolores Day and nothing
Yes,
else.
Harry, I am. Things have gotten much better for me, now that I am the ruler of the known world. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
God, it's gonna be so bad to do, but I really want to do it. Oh God.
With your feet trembling from the steps you took, tepid and fearful, you stand against her body close to you, radiating warmth. With your eyes closed, you move your lips on her mouth. She is not kissing you back.
You're not kissing me back.
The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. Trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
You're the apricot chewing gum scented one. No, that's it then.
No, Harry, not yet. There is one more thing you have to see. I'm pregnant. You know what this means.
It's not mine.
Of course not.
Yeah.
I terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Poverty-stricken fuck. Now, go ahead.
Okay.
Ask me more questions. Let's talk about something else.
No, this has to end. More questions. Ask more.
I'm doing
I have
that.
to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30. I'm gonna go now.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
Wow. Okay.
No, you don't. You're just being a martyr. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
Ever see each
I
other
won't
again?
see you, but you will see me.
How can that
Oh,
be?
Harry, this is a dream.
Yep.
Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago?
So will I see you again then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental. I'm suffocatingly beautiful and young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum, like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time, so long ago.
But this is intolerably bad.
Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow.
Fucking hell. Oh, wow. That's
You're
heavy.
quick. How was your sleep?
Let's solve the fucking case. My sleep was deep and invigorating. Oh, wow. Actually, it was total annihilation, Kim.
I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have? Was it a job dream?
An ex-wife dream.
The lieutenant nods solemnly. I understand. We've all been through similar things. It can be overcome.
Let's solve the fucking case.
Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around and you bolted up, halfway covered in blood from your wounds.
Just spit out the blood and get back to work. You're badass like that.
Okay.
He's still worried. You must have really thrashed and squealed in your sleep.
Well, yeah, of course I fucking did. I'm in hell. That's what you do when you're in hell. Fuck, you know what? It's been more than an hour. Let's do a little breaky poo. Why are you walking away? Because, I'd like to refresh my beverages. I don't know why that phase is necessary, but I'm gonna refresh my beverages. So I'll be right back. Hopefully you will too. Got some time. Take it easy. Put something, find something sugary and just rub it behind your kneecaps. In the little knee, at the elbow of the knee. You know what I'm talking about? The knee crease, whatever that's called. Put some jelly there.
The abomination of desolation. He shall destroy fearfully. He shall destroy the mighty. And also the holy people.
Okay, I'm back and I'm ready to be even more emotionally devastated. Because this is fucking rough.
A dim golden glow animates the console. Faint.
It's on. Turn emergency open.
Automatic boot. The dial
Insular.
Okay, doesn't do
The
anything.
blast
Alright.
door opens with a
Let's go.
clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
The hell of a fucking bunker door.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
Oh, yep, I'm gonna say it. Before we were walking across the sand, I felt someone watching me.
So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I have a gun.
Oh, Kim. You know just what to say to make me feel better. I also have a gun.
I know. It was not easy to acquire.
Oh, Kim, you know exactly what to say to make me feel like shit. Wait a minute. Okay, no, it's still there. I was about to be like, am I missing my fucking headless Fallen Rider? How would this happen? Okay, alright, cool, we're good, we're good. Should I, like, level things up? I don't even know. I feel like I should just max out these 3 things so that I can actually fucking survive the rest of this game. Walk slow, it might be dangerous. A rubber dinghy. It's deflated. Broken. Small white flowers. Oh, the things from... Okay. Okay, I see what we're doing.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
What's gun you got there?
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Belmargrave?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
A Samurai rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
The Sinyao commune?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the ball.
You the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out their fire?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
The position? Sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
Was the password?
I did. And you opened it. How?
You know I was coming.
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Okay, that makes sense.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
It was not rock and roll. It was sad FM. It was not reactionary. It was cool. Yeah, it wasn't reactionary. It was cool.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
Got your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
With the police, you can keep the gun, but keep it down. Not one move.
No.
Whoa, 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 Kim!
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
I will pick up the gun.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Inspect it closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangle, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
Uses jacketed 446.
The right type and the right calibre.
Calibre?
He's liking this.
That's made in Triangle.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a triangle, too.
Cool.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanty Shanty. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
Done.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It can be used against him to get a confession in time.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
How long have you been on the island?
43 years. No. I've been on other islands too. I was an Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
Said you deserted your unit?
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Understood.
Well done. I won't explain it to a minion of capital.
You've been here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
That is the length of my entire life. I don't even know what that is.
It's inhuman. It's sick. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just couldn't.
Couldn't give up.
He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41. 2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects a series of burnt black letters splashed across the plaza mosaic. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting.
For what?
For her to return.
Oh, lordy. We are the same man, aren't we?
Girl, child, revolution.
City is a tinderbox. It may still happen.
It won't. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for our revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
What is this place?
It's not an island, what? It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
How have you survived?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Steal?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
We also have Druamine.
How have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of I don't even know what. Inferno?
I also live in hell.
At least you know it. The traders of this city turned the lights back on in the 30s, after the fighting stopped. Ruins, glittering in the dark like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
How did you stay hidden?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped. and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
How'd you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols. Through the common to they started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No care now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial flavor. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
Been in the basement of St. Andrew's Lane 22B?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
Were.
Useless now. Rusted away.
You've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights, ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
It's a bunker under the Feld building. You been there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers.
Christ.
I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
You smoke geometry?
I do.
Smoke them on the mainland?
They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
Tell me another thing.
The old man looks across the water at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
You said this is your termless surrender.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn the RCM into a Mazovian revolutionary unit.
Rock and roll posturing.
Oh.
You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste Insolente. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
What have you been using the gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Fair, that's usually what it's for.
Here we go. A trail of blood.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor Cornell?
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it. You're in.
The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of the 4th.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Tear into him. Pile it on him. Everything you got on him. The more, the better. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
I came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You have been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
Best uninterrupted line of sight into that window in all of Martinez.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
How about this?
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that, jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. So he saw you. Okay, so what? Don't let it divert you.
Have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
You think we have the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
Calling it, we have the murder weapon.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more.
What am I forgetting?
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells.
There we go.
The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
My head hurts now.
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war. Nowhere else, nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up.
Of course, thank you, Head, thank you.
You got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
I wonder what kind of boots you're wearing.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa? Some shit.
Show me the soles, please, Mr. Dross.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is called Sansariq. and the size is 42 to 44. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned souls you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Maybe it's simpler than that.
Simpler? No. This is another loose thread you will...
Goddamn footprints.
The lieutenant raises his brow. What are you doing? He's thinking. We almost got him here. Not now. Stop yourself.
People change shoes, detective. It was you. You were there, weren't you? Crawling and whirling in the rags. What were you doing? Some kind of reconnaissance? Preparing the scene? Listening in on her?
Trying to rack your brains. You're desperate to report something back to your masters. They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
Maybells.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen them anywhere but here.
They blossom on the islets before. We fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may.
Lassie, these dried flowers were behind our window.
Classier.
You had intimate relations with the victim.
With the victim. You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
He was a rapist. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention.
I would have been okay with that.
Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
Hold my breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death. And that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Then, a hot flash of rage almost carries the smile away. Some dark peace.
And what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at Dan, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from. You can coax it out of him. The lieutenant's preparing ground.
Okay.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
What were you looking at?
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle's scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it?
It's part of the shit, you see?
Then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
Oh, wow, wow, wow! I was on this guy's side until this is just one in a string of random killings, apparently. Wow.
Them fucking. I didn't like that.
Splat. A bloody spitball lands on the firewood.
Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
Tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
Detest pushes the cobwebs out of his eyes. Pushes the melancholy aside. He relishes it.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want, sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead.
Just gonna let him keep going.
We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter.
By cock parading in his colorful uniform, you mean Renee?
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June.
Oh shit, Junebug, you've got your own radio.
Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A tank maniac, race traitor.
I thought you didn't like... Let him talk.
I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him, personally. His make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all.
Plays exclusively the sluttiest music.
Rescue.
Fuck yeah.
We missed one. That one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
It's not.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me.
Oh, he killed Renee too?
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
You'd like to kill him?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bonbon melt in my mouth.
A treat. Better served for later. He's a pleasure delayer.
Nah.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Renee. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him around lately, strutting around. Must be down with arthritis. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood.
Hearing it may destabilize him. You sure you've gotten everything from him?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, of course. Must be passing a kidney stone. I hope it's excruciating. At least it keeps him from throwing his balls.
He seems relieved. Could he have been worried for him? He reminds him of himself. The same hatred. The same. You try to think of another thing, but no. It's just the hatred.
You mentioned the Union is a social democratic. Mr. Clare is a farce of a social democrat.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
Who's a disappointment? Everett?
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Doesn't Everett run it?
That mobster toad couldn't run a shithouse. He has no political education. His twin, Edgar Clare, that one's been to one of those East Revachol universities. He talks a big game about uprising and alienation and so on.
Okay, Edgar.
First against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to. Don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him up.
You approached them?
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains. Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
Phew. When was this?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
Ooh, fat phobia.
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
Talk about.
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Mazov. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Mazov. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
Did you be here?
Let me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
Did you kill the Cornell mercenary for the Clares to incite a riot?
I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Mazovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them, but he's insinuating something.
Horse.
Okay. I really am tempted to tell him that Renee is fucking out of the picture.
Oh no, the connection doesn't come to you. Dumbo, do something. You can't zone out now. This isn't Doodaloo dance time.
Why
Slap
not?
yourself in the head again. Jumpstart it.
Him meeting Edgar in a deal.
By God, we are on the edge, in the very end, and you can't even remember what you're trying to connect, can you? While the murder suspect
Something with
stares
the
at you
union
in
boss.
contempt.
Officer. Mr. Dross, about this deal you made with Edgar. The death of the Colonel mercenary was only coincidentally beneficial to the Clares. But what about the other people you've killed for them?
Other people?
Like the previous 4 women of the Union.
That's it. That's what you weren't connecting yourself.
I didn't fight 40 years to end up an informant for the international regime. What happened, happened.
Still dumb. Your eyes are transfixed on his digit. It's yellow with nicotine. You are the law. He must divulge the information.
Fucking killed the previous foreman, I know it.
Look who's up. From the drunken stupor. This one's worse for wear than me. And so emotional. Life is hard for us human beings in deregulation hell, isn't it?
We will have plenty of time to talk about this later, Mr. Dross. When you're in pre-detention. It can take years in pre-detention.
Go ahead. I've been in solitary confinement my whole life.
Ease off it. This was not an unmitigated disaster. The lieutenant mitigated it.
Glad. It's all gone.
I want to ask you about the people you don't like.
For a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble who spent his entire life alone on an uninhabited island, he seems surprisingly fit. He's prone to erratic hand gestures and clearly malnourished. But that's it. You can see no more by looking at his slouched frame. The moment passes, and you say, is what you plan to say. Before you can get past, you're under. The lieutenant interrupts you.
Officer, are we sure? We could maybe get more.
The old man looks at his rifle in your hands, a little startled for some reason. You startled him. Maybe it was the silence. He quickly gathers himself.
Well, let's talk to him about Renee, I guess. Renee's dead, motherfucker. Yep.
I waited too long. I waited too long, and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
Cared about him?
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Now, God damn this one. Fuck you.
Okay, shit.
You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die. All the other plans we had. To love. To colonize the Pale. It's all fucked.
That's a whole colonize the fucking Pale?
Okay. This is just another black day in a row of black days. Something strange is keeping him together, making him endure.
Glad we talked about what? I ain't going anywhere.
I guess I'm gonna put a point in composure. Maybe I'll put on my composure clothes. I haven't. May not. Got my sweet boots. My sweet, sweet shoes. That coat really is my composure coat? Let's go. Oh, now we're talking. Now we have got the vibe.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels.
So there's a lack of magnesium?
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
So I need to mag it sideways?
Mag it sideways? What are you talking about? You need to mag it up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium. 1 stroke? Don't be so modest. He's having one right now.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes. If you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system. Just remember, it's not the alcohol. Buy more of that too. Alcohol is not the problem. And it's certainly not the dextroamphetamine, nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. It wreaks havoc on your gastrointestinal system.
Then a new thought that I've got. Magnesium-based life form. Oh, that's right. I'm only halfway done the homosexual underground. Alright, my composure's much higher now. Let's...
Minions of capital. What do you want?
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. It's precisely what you could not see before. For a man who spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild.
He's surprisingly okay.
Indeed. He speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
By what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads.
There's a shadow moving up there.
He also suffers mood swings, bubbling
And
to
it
the
is,
surface,
I can't,
unconstrained by his nervous
it has
system.
caught my eye and I can't stop thinking about it.
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile. Is it some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something?
Just grass, smiley face.
Clearly on.
Alright. You want some kind of psychoactive substance?
No. I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
It's not a downer, rather an upper, judging by his snaps.
Are you on amphetamines?
Like some kind of decadent rock star.
How was your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried? Keep your eyes peeled.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended.
Ooh.
Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
Looks at the reeds, eyes submerged in growing terror.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast.
I have been hearing something, and it's been bothering me the whole time. And now I know it was actually part of the game, and I haven't been fucking imagining it.
Something completely different. It sounds like a bow.
I have been hearing it the whole fucking time. I thought it was just
a very small violin.
Fucking neurodivergent perceptions.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. What?
What are you talking about? Is this really us?
Your skin crawls.
Is that it? Is that it?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence. It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in place.
What are you talking about?
The giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hands rise instinctively.
There it is, I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, can you see it?
I can see it.
4 simple words, thank God. If you can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
Very careful.
I'm what? Yeah, what? Yes. I'm so hyped right now. I am actually crying a little bit. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Holy shit. I'm putting my gun away.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
Careful.
Be afraid. You smell wrong.
Laid the theremin on. Laid the pheromone on thick. Be afraid.
Nothing changes in the cyclical brain motion of the creature's limbs. They are porcelain white on the inside and reed-colored on the out. Beige, light brown, and striped. You are unsure if it is scared or not. Its insect mind is impenetrable to your reasoning.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
That's just loud. I won't like that.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
It's afraid. Stop.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He's letting his pride get in the way. You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Who cares what they think, Kim?
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air.
Is this game gonna make me cry again?
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
I'm Harry, I don't really know who I am. Raise your hand slowly.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No. Stop. Be afraid.
My hand.
The invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you, moving in tandem on either side of the insect's small head.
I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
My tiptoes.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
It's foaming.
Careful, it may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning. Apricot blossoms, white blossoms erupting, a sensation like cold hands on your face.
Spoke to the hanged man. Didn't give up on the phasmid, knows of parthenogenesis. This is just like pure insanity what I'm about to try. It talks!
Tell me what it's like for you.
I might cry. I think I'm gonna cry. I'm ill.
What is your illness?
It's in my heart. For me, it's sadness, input after input. Yeah?
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions. For example, I experience excitement at unexpected sugar rewards. But that is not important. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
On my wall. Hey, Commander! You tuned in just in time to watch me have a conversation with a cryptid? Psychically, maybe?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light. It only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache.
Incredibly sensitive instrument.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your foreplay. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writing glass. Eternal damnation.
Yeah, having a conversation with a cryptid.
Even when you're sleepy, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
It was very disorienting, but I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
I'm gonna cry!
In honor of your will, Lieutenant Euphrator, that you kept from falling apart in the face of sheer terror, day after day, second by second. Detective, arriving on the scene.
I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Also that.
I can also detect pheromones. The ones on you tell me that you will not eat me, and that I will benefit from your closeness. In short, I love you. You're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
Poisonous?
I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
Are you the miracle?
No. You are the miracle.
What?
The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while you are extreme, all-engulfing madness. A volatile simian nervous system, ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Pale is human-made?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. It actually coincides with the arrival of the human mind. You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
Ow.
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Where's how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there. Behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget?
Oh, I've already forgotten the whole world once when I drank too much. I always thought this way?
No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation.
Yeah. Yeah, I already forgot the whole world once.
So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
Okay, good, forget it.
No. What's going on?
Nothing, just looking at the stick insect. Everything is normal.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
Where does this come from?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
Oh, it's a shame Moros isn't here to know that this stick bug, this cryptid stick bug, just really respects birds. And all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
I have no more thoughts.
No, there is one more.
All the creatures I've met, you are the kindest. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the scariest. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the most beautiful. Kindest.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
What? I will. You're God now.
It's middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera.
The bug is a communist. Goddamn right.
On you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you. The sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this great statue of chitinous marble.
I got it.
For all time.
Slowly reach out and touch the creature's whisker. Fuck yeah.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. The sensation is electrifying. resounding through your body. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet. Looks like someone's got hurt in a fight. This antennae is much smaller than the other one.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Look at your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen.
Oh, I'm licking my finger.
It tastes like sugar, very faint. The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
Carefully pat its scythe-like forearm.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing.
Bring your hand up the slender limb.
A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system. Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its
I'm glad
eyes
that this
do not stray from you.
fucking guy down here has just been sitting while we have this experience.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
Fucking water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
And the reeds.
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good.
I have a priority, and it's whatever the fuck is going on. Holy shit. Okay, before I do anything else, we're going to take a quick break so that I can just process what just happened, and so that we can run some ads. Hold on. We'll be right back. 3 minutes or less. So, holy crap, right? Like, holy crap. I had it, fucking, life occurred to me. The helmet and a rifle scope? Yeah, I'll take it. What is this rifle scope, though? A fucking spooky helmet. Ah. Well. I'm...
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
How could you not see the Phasmid?
Mr. Duras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking, like an addict of some terrible substance.
Snap your fingers.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
The high-pitched sound that was bothering me this whole time has gone away.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Duras?
Was he addicted to the presence of the Phasmid?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What happened?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the Phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke? Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
Yeah, okay. It's definitely toxic. It told me it is.
Told you? Yes, good. During your long staring match.
Okay, so it was just a psychic conversation. It just reads for him.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Duras?
No response.
So the Phasmid has stayed hidden? Seems strangely animated.
He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse.
Animation may be induced by the Phasmid? That's what I'm thinking.
He does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
I think he's addicted.
Like a drug?
Symptoms of an addict and not the normal symptoms.
His pupils appear to be dilated. They still are.
Oh, he's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it in its company, yeah.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place. And the insect, maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Yeah, for now.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Show him the scope.
I lost.
Lost it?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. with the help of a magpie phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being. The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland to get help. He'll be safe here if we don't take too long.
Yeah, okay. You know? I've had a fucking ecstatic experience here tonight. Barrels run empty. Oh, when I leave, he's gonna fucking blow himself up or some shit.
The skiff is swaying on the way.
Lex, we are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Oh, I didn't get the boots, did I? No, couldn't get the boots. Just couldn't get the boots. Yeah, I think that's the outfit that I want, I think. If this is not the end, I have no idea what is.
Look what the tide brought him. What does that say on your back? Fuck the world? So you've turned into some kind of nihilistic rock and roll world ender?
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
Yeah.
This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
You're the man in sunglasses.
That's right. And you look like you got 20 STDs.
Who are you?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you after pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Kim, you gotta have my back. Let's destroy them. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
What's this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Shit kid.
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
Why didn't you detect or die then?
Oh, you think it was cool you saying that? Aesthetic somehow? You were crying when we got here. Breaking things. You said we were going into the abyss. None of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. Like you told us to.
Mentioned a task force?
Major Crimes Unit. Under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Heidelstamm, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Who's Guillaume Baby?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Baby is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Trant because I'm forcing him to stay.
What does the unit do?
It's a Major Crimes Unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit here now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
I saved his establishment and the man betrays me? Damn you, cafeteria manager, you betrayed me for the last time!
Speaking of which, the giant aerografito in front of the building. The one that's burning. Did you do that?
Yeah, I lit it on fire. It was a poetic gesture.
Didn't I tell you, Trant?
The line is from Lu Jiatun's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism, the titular returning character to go version of... Good choice, Harry.
Don't encourage him, Trant.
Okay.
Trant Heidelstrom turns out to be special consultant. No, none of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat. He's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia. Episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, pound, and so on.
Yeah.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically? psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
You think I'm so poor I lost my memory?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory... I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
No, not like that. I'm not talking for Hedefort's school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Might have something to do with an anomaly in the church, a 2-millimeter hole in the world.
Corresponding to the 20-centimeter hole in your brain. Sure. This theory has great symmetry. I see how it folds into itself neatly.
Precisely, Satellite Officer Vicmere. It's Martinez.
I'll explain later, but there's another man who's lost his memory. A crab man. Take this seriously, I suspect there might be something wrong with Martinez.
This sounds odd, but I was there. The church on the coast was shaking from an audio-spatial anomaly. It may have been anthroponetic or perhaps related to radio waves. Either way, it was real. I've even put it in my report. You should read it. I do not, however, think it has anything to do with him drinking himself to the point of brain damage.
Thank you, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Just to clarify, I do not think his other anthroponetics are a hoax. Pale produces global phenomena. It's proven. However, what has not been proven is total memory loss after drinking too much Komodo Red. Honestly, I think he's just lying to us.
But Detective Vicmere, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the 2 drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
The 2 cases in your ledger. The unsolvable case and the Next World mural. Those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect. Look at the sensory input here.
God damn.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in a major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I don't want to be in your unit.
No, Harry. Fuck you. You already fucked us. I've already explained this shit to Price twice. To Berdiaeva 4 times. I'm your partner. I answer for you when you're not there.
When you clocked out, I became responsible for your cases and your special task force. They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Just stand there.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
It was stolen by Jacob Irv. I drove it in the ocean when I was drunk. The time had come. Tequila sunset.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic. The badge slips out of your hand.
Nope, I'm letting it fall to the ground.
Patrol Officer Minnow picks it up and gives it back to you, slippery and cold.
He found it. It's his badge. I can confirm.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
Right here?
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
My odor situation is meaningless compared to what I've discovered.
What you've discovered? You let the suspect escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Not taking her in was the right thing.
Oh, well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect. The one who shot herself in the head. Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Oh, yeah, what he said.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He's even gotten involved in a highly theoretical underground reading group, which, again, for a police officer, is unusual.
You should yell something.
That's not a good idea.
Yes, let's let the big boys talk.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I've seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the
Oh,
room.
he's gonna lose the fucking
wind
photo.
blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
As you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective and an absolutely giant communist.
Fucking hell. Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical manner, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Oh man, none of these things are really all that persuasive. Previous head of the Debordays Union was assassinated by our killer.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Everard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
Understood, of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
Dead man on the boardwalk.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
You have a motive.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Revolutionary matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used
Makes
matronyms,
sense.
derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Okay.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
And it worked? He got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combatant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It's way more than that.
It's a perfect folding mechanism. It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this in cop school. Every second was a struggle.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work. In bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something. It will pass in time.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now, Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Oh, okay. I'll ask questions about me.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
4?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That explains
Harry,
a lot.
It explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
The collection of fallen sportswear I've amassed.
The fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is. And your moves on the church floor, which honestly were just jump aerobics.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
I was a gym teacher in Coron?
Yes, you taught gym in Coron. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Assel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
Why'd I join the RCM?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Why am I like
it's not a
this?
mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Who?
Dora something. Dora Engeland. Yeah, you mentioned the name.
Hello there.
Dora Dubois.
Did you go the whole playthrough without looking in the mirror? Hot burgers? Yes, in fact, I did. I refused to look in the mirror. We weren't even married?
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
I don't know. 6 years ago. She was way before my time.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one.
I don't know. I couldn't countenance the idea of looking in the mirror, so I just never did it. Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
What?
She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go home.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees away.
Wow.
Is there something harder than
Burgers,
a psychiatrist?
welcome in.
A forensic psychiatrist?
Yeah, this is my first
Good luck to
playthrough
that.
of this game. I've cried multiple times. This has been a true experience for me. I'm loving it. Do I work for La Puta Madre?
No.
Okay.
Talks concluded.
No. I need to tell Lena.
Who is Lena?
A cryptozoologist.
Well, good luck finding her once we get back.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. I'm sure we'll find them. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
No fucking kidding.
She is going to be over the moon. Watch out, or she'll faint.
I don't really care about the cop station. Kitsuragi, what are you gonna do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Wanna do that, Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
Oh, I meant investigate. Come work at Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit him. I'm crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever you say, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Hell yeah!
He's really considering it.
Alright, I'm ready.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the evening sky, the Great District turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41 atop the motorway. To Boogie Street, forking into the dark horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Highwastam? No. Vicmair? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick's Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Wow. Okay, alright, okay, alright. It's a good fucking game right there. That is one of the best video games I've ever played. Wow. Okay. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad it's over. I want to immediately start playing again. No, not at all. There's so much more I need to know. I need to experience. Oh, wow. I don't know if I need to be waiting for after credit scenes or anything. I'll just let it run, you know? So that's that game. I finished as a apocalyptic communist. Yeah, no, I'm letting it run. I just figure that not everybody wants to watch credits. Wow, I actually genuinely don't recognize any of the voice acting. They just kept it to wherever it is that they came from. Virgil, Texas. That's a fucking name. Checking hitches. High. Gary the Crypto Fascist. Just the fact that that is the name of the man in the thing. Gary the Crypto Fascist. Very hard to exploit handicapped person. The name of one of the characters. That's outstanding. We'll just go back to it. You know, enjoy the credits. Mr. Anonymous, lead proof. Yo, I don't even know what to say, what to do. I'm ready to go to bed, but I just want to know. I just want to soak it in. Disco Waldo. What makes it Disco Waldo? Team Waldo. Waldo mean anything in Korean? I have no way of knowing. But the music, though. They're Swedish or Icelandic or something. I mean, I know they're like, I know they are Eastern European. I know it was developed in Eastern Europe. Published by Zaum. I have no idea who Zaum are. Company founded in 2016 by Estonian novelist Robert Hurwitz. Huh. So, Estonian. I know nothing about Estonia, so I don't know. It's got wild. I'm reading. I pulled up the Wikipedia. Wild fucking influences. Planescape Torment, The Wire, Periphery, Sick. Like the bands Periphery and Sick. Fucking The Shield. Dashiell Hammett, China Miéville, the Strugatsky brothers, artists like Rembrandt, Kanevsky, Kandinsky. Oh my, what? Estonian urbanist poet RVC. Oh, there it is. Mankind, be vigilant, we love you. And just like that, we're back. I've never played Planescape Torment. I've heard much about it, but I've never played it myself. We're gonna raid out, and then I'm gonna go fucking reevaluate every existence. Fuck, I'm tired. I don't know what. I'm at a loss for words. Like, I can't fucking host at this point because I'm just like, I had a religious experience and I don't know what to do about it. We're gonna raid into Falling Freely just because. Just because. Thank you all for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow, midday, turning this aquarium skull into a terrain piece. I found it when we were getting dog food one time, and it was cheap, and I was just like, I'm gonna make this terrain. It's a big skull. It's almost life size. So it'd be cool to make this a terrain piece. So I'm gonna figure out what to do with that. Then Friday I'll be back painting something. And Saturday I will be starting The Chant, a psychedelic horror game, because apparently psychedelia is just what I'm into right now. Based on my experiences with that Phasmid. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. You continue to be just the coolest bunch of people that ever did people. I am gonna just collapse. I'm just gonna collapse. That's all there is. Y'all have a wonderful night. Take it easy. And, remember, all cops are bastards, even cool fictional cops.